Today's academic angst film is going to be the 2009 film Yoga, also known as Yoga Academy, Yoga Institute, Yoga School. So the film has tons of names, but I know it kind of sounds slightly off because my focus had primarily been occult influences in private schools, and technically it is an exclusive yoga school, so I am considering that a private school. The film is directed by Yoo-Jin Kim, who is probably better known for The Wishing Stairs. The film also stars Hyo Jang, who may also be better known under the name Eugene. She did for a time perform as a K-pop singer under the band SES, which was managed by SM Entertainment. It is considered one of K-pop's first most successful girl bands. They eventually did break up. She went off and had a solo career, produced 2 albums, and she's also done a couple of dramas or soap operas, I guess you could say. So she's fairly well-rounded. So she does play the lead character in this film. She's pretty much working on a sort of a home shopping network selling lingerie, and she loses her job to a more attractive younger woman. An old school friend of hers suggests that she attend this exclusive academy, which is very hard to gain admittance to, but supposedly it does restore one's youth. So obviously desperate to get her life back on track, she does go, and luckily she is admitted. The school does have 5 very strict rules, which include unauthorized eating is not allowed. Basically, while they're there, they will be fasting. So pretty much the only thing they are allowed to have is water. There is a proverb on the dining hall wall which reads, "Wise souls eat in the morning, beasts at noon, and ghosts at night," which is a bit of foreshadowing because obviously eventually these girls will start breaking the rules. Another rule is that they are not to take showers within 1 hour of training. Supposedly it interrupts the healing process. Lastly, they are not to go outside. That also includes no contact with the outside world, such as cell phones, internet, anything like that. And once they are admitted, their cell phones actually are confiscated. The training is very hard. One of the girls in the group actually happens to be, I guess you could say, somewhat of a foodie. She really enjoys food, and she is one of the girls who does fall victim. Apparently, a few years before, she had actually been slightly heavier, so she actually carries a scale, and she weighs herself on a daily basis, but obviously she does fall to the temptation. And I guess the whole proverb does apply here. The will is strong, but the flesh is weak. So it's very true. But the main theme of the film, I would say, is vanity, or the pursuit to easily obtain something which could be gained through hard work. So I guess you could say it's somewhat of a vanity horror type film. It also deals with obsession. And I guess 2 similar films would be Dumplings, if you've ever seen Three Extremes, or Time. That they are very different from this, but there is that same similarity within that area as far as obsession or the pursuit of beauty is concerned. So it really isn't long before the girls start falling victim. By day 2, we pretty much lose 2 girls. One insists on taking a shower, and it really isn't sure what is wrong with her. She just kind of collapses on the floor, and she's taken away, and the foodie girl pretty much just goes off and starts looking for something to eat. So later, she develops some sort of a strange rash. The yoga master, Nani, tells her that, it's part of hallucinations. Just due to the fasting, she'll get over it. And obviously, she's insistent that something is wrong. So, duh. One of the girls, an actress within the group, I believe she falls victim on the 3rd day, is very vain. She's very much wanting to look at herself in the mirror. So another girl offers her one. They obviously know she shouldn't see her reflection, but why not? I mean, if you're trying to narrow down the stakes, basically what the whole thing here is that this yoga course is, they're trying to unlock something called the Kundalini. So if you've ever studied chakras, or if you're familiar with chakras, you would know that The Kundalini is believed to be a snake which rests at the base of the spine. Within this film, for some reason, it's believed that if you open the Kundalini or unlock it, that is supposedly what gives you the eternal youth. And I would say that's somewhat of a stretch on the mythology. I've never heard that, but it works within this realm, so why not? It also does keep in theme. It is never said within the film that the Kundalini is a snake, but you do hear a lot of hissing sounds, a lot of atmospheric music. There's a lot of great special effects, nothing too cheesy. Everything is very well done, well executed. The acting is amazing. There is some stuff which maybe does border on cliche, but they kind of twist it slightly and change up the angles here, so the girls really aren't 2D cutouts. They have a slight history to them, not much, just enough so that you understand why they are at this institute. So by the fourth day, our lingerie network girl, she's pretty much the last girl standing. She's told that the Kundalini is hers because everyone either fell ill or they left, but she must continue practicing because she must make room for the Kundalini in her body. And she does do some training. She eventually starts hearing strange sounds, and she heads into a hidden area behind the yoga studio where she is knocked out, or she is knocked unconscious by Nani, the yoga master. She doesn't awake until the fifth day, and by then the ritual has already begun. The woman who she was set to meet is basically an actress back from the silent era, and people are very amazed at the fact that she has not aged at all, but it really isn't clear what she is. Nani refers to her as the devil, but it's really not known if she is some sort of a demon or she's just some sort of unknown entity which seeks to live eternally. So the Kundalini, or the snake, she does need to insert into the body of the next host, which I guess it kind of reminds me in a sense of The Kiss, the 1980s film of, just some little parasite creature just traveling along. So we do enter somewhat of a cat and mouse chase. Obviously, she states that this is not what she wanted, but once again, be careful what you wish for. And if it sounds too good to be true, then I would say it definitely is. So she eventually is caught, but we sort of cut to this subway scene where she's walking with her boyfriend. All of a sudden she's alone, and she's surrounded by photos of the actress, and the actress had photos all over the studio and the school as well. So the assumption is that perhaps, yes, the ritual did take place, but they've left it fairly open-ended. I think it's pretty much open to interpretation of whatever you want to believe, but I would say it very much falls in line with what Nani had said before she was punished, is that even after she had gained the eternal youth, that she was still haunted by the woman. And I guess that sort of hints at it. But yeah, I would say it's definitely a very excellent film, worth checking out. The title is somewhat misleading. You'd probably think it's very cheesy, just, weird B flick, but once again, it was very well produced. I would say it is very much worth the time. But that is pretty much all I have for you today. I will talk to you later.